In a land where tension hangs heavy in the air, South Korea lives with the constant threat of conflict. The neighboring nation, North Korea, remains an unpredictable giant, with its erratic leader Kim Jong-un holding the power to strike at any moment, without warning, without mercy. Imagine the chaos if a nuclear warhead were unleashed. Could the world survive such a strike? North Korea is one of only 9 countries in the world armed with nuclear weapons. The destructive potential is terrifying. Could North Korea's nukes wipe out entire cities? Could they threaten global peace forever? The question looms, how can South Korea defend itself from such a formidable foe? South Korea is working tirelessly to stay one step ahead. And their secret weapon? A missile so powerful, it could change the face of warfare forever, the Hanmu-5. This isn't just another missile. It's a game-changing monster built to crush underground bunkers and annihilate even the strongest fortifications. The story of South Korea's missile program begins in the 1980s, with the first domestically developed ballistic missile, the Hanmu-1. Launched in 1987, it had a maximum range of just 110 miles, about the distance from New York to Washington, and carried a warhead weighing 550 kilograms. It was small, but it started a revolution. Next came the Hanmu-2, doubling the range to 500 miles, roughly the distance from Seoul to Tokyo, and doubling the warhead size. Progress was rapid, with each new version pushing further, hitting harder. The Hanmu-3 arrived next. It was more advanced, more precise, and more versatile. This missile could fly nearly 1,500 kilometers, about 930 miles, and was capable of hitting targets across vast terrains. Its design was more of a cruise missile, offering a different tactical edge. Then came the Hanmu-4. Weighing 2,000 kilograms, over 4,400 pounds, this missile was a beast designed to reach deep underground. Its range reached 800 kilometers, about 500 miles, and its payload was powerful enough to destroy underground bunkers and fortified underground bases on North Korean soil. It was a true game-changer. But South Korea wasn't finished. They aimed higher, aiming farther. Engineers worked tirelessly, crafting the next evolution, the Hanmu-5. Officially revealed at South Korea's Armed Forces Day in October 2024, the missile was shrouded in secrecy. The authorities refused to display the missile itself, only showing its launch canister and transport vehicle. Nevertheless, snippets of vital data ignited global attention. The Hanmu-5 weighs an astonishing 36 tons, comparable to America's most powerful intercontinental missile, the LGM-30 Minuteman III. But what shocked analysts most was the warhead, an enormous 8-ton payload, unmatched in its class. Until now, non-nuclear ballistic missiles didn't carry such heavy warheads. Most conventional warheads are a fraction of that size. Before 2021, international restrictions prevented South Korea from developing such a missile. Yet now, the rules have shifted. The guidelines governing missile ranges were abolished, opening the door for this unprecedented development. Experts speculated feverishly about its design. The explosion of data led many to believe the Hanmu-5 features a special component, perhaps a dense metal penetrator designed to smash through deep underground layers. Why such a massive warhead? To destroy North Korea's most fortified targets, bunkers buried over 300 feet underground. In October 2024, defense analyst Joseph Dempsey explained, the massive warhead is meant to pierce the hardest underground facilities. It likely contains tandem charges or dense metal to maximize destruction. This is a new level of missile power for South Korea. The missile is believed to be powered by a 2-stage solid-fuel engine, around 52 feet long, about the height of a telephone pole, and over 5 feet in diameter. Its transport vehicle is produced by the local automaker Kia Motors. Its range? Up to 3,500 kilometers, about 2,200 miles, with the massive warhead, and even further, over 5,500 kilometers, using lighter payloads. People call it a monster missile, and it's easy to see why. Its speed is dazzling, near Mach 10, or over 7,000 miles per hour during descent. It's designed for one purpose, to give South Korea the ability to target North Korea's underground facilities at will. Why does this matter? Because the Hunmu-5 isn't just a show of strength. It's a deterrent, an unmissable message to Kim Jong-un. Now, North Korea's hidden nuclear complexes aren't as safe as they thought. They know that if they push too far, South Korea could strike back with devastating precision. And the danger doesn't stop there. If tensions escalate, South Korea's pocket-sized arsenal becomes an unstoppable force. In a flash, they could target North Korea's command centers, missile sites, and underground arsenals. The firepower they now possess can level entire regions, leaving nothing standing. By October 2025, South Korea announced mass production of the Hunmu-5 had begun. The goal? Full deployment by year's end. Without nuclear weapons, this missile is their ultimate shield, their key to maintaining balance in a volatile region. The history of nuclear nonproliferation shaped this complex landscape. Signed in the 1960s, the treaty limited nuclear arms to a handful of nations. But North Korea withdrew in 2003. Since then, the entire tense balance has shifted. In September 2025, North Korea's vice foreign minister reaffirmed their stance: no surrender of their nuclear arsenal. Nuclear weapons are our sovereign right, he declared, defending their right to develop such power. The threat of conflict on the Korean peninsula remains, hanging like a sword over everyone's head. As the world watches, questions remain. Can South Korea's new missile turn the tide? Will it become the ultimate peacekeeper, or the spark that ignites the next crisis? One thing is certain, the future of the Korean peninsula hangs in the balance, and the stakes have never been higher. In the shadows of the Korean peninsula, tension simmers endlessly. The threat of war looms like an ominous fog. North Korea, with its unpredictable ruler Kim Jong-un, remains a constant danger. With nuclear capabilities, they could unleash catastrophic destruction at any moment. South Korea is desperate for a game-changer, a weapon to balance the scales of power. What if South Korea has developed a weapon so powerful, so terrifying, it could wipe out entire underground complexes? A missile so formidable it leaves the world trembling. Rumors swirl about a new monster missile, the Hunmu-5. It's a name that resonates with fear and awe. This isn't just a missile, it's a strategic masterpiece designed to shake the very foundation of North Korea's defenses. The Hunmu family has a legacy, each version more devastating than the last. Starting from the 1980s, South Korea built a family of missiles to defend itself. The original Hunmu-1, with a range of 110 miles, was a groundbreaking achievement. Fast forward, and the fleet expanded, the Hunmu-2 doubled the range, reaching 500 miles. The Hunmu-3 was more of a cruising missile, capable of hitting targets nearly 1,500 kilometers away. The Hunmu-4 ramped things up further, with a warhead designed to obliterate bunkers deep below ground. This beast weighs 2,000 kilograms and can destroy underground facilities over 300 feet deep, covering 800 kilometers with its range. But South Korea wanted more. They aimed for a missile so massive that it could deliver a devastating punch with pinpoint precision. That ambition led to the creation of the Hunmu-5. Unveiled dramatically during the 76th anniversary of South Korea's armed forces on October 1, 2024. Yet, the government kept its secrets tightly under wraps. No missile was displayed, only the launch vehicle and canister. The world buzzed. What secrets did this behemoth hold? Details trickled out. The missile's weight? An unbelievable 36 tons. To put that into perspective, it's comparable to the legendary LGM-30 Minuteman III, a U.S. intercontinental ballistic missile infamous for its destructive power. But the real shock, or perhaps horror, was the warhead. Analysts around the globe stared in disbelief. Never before had such a heavy payload been mounted on a missile without nuclear capability. Most conventional warheads are a fraction of that weight. Prior to 2021, international guidelines strictly limited such weapons development. Seoul wasn't allowed to develop warheads of this size. But times changed, and South Korea took a bold leap. experts quickly pored over the sparse data. Joseph Dempsey, a leading defense analyst, speculated that the Hunmu 5 likely includes specialized components, perhaps dense metal penetrators or tandem charges, designed to crush the most fortified bunkers beneath North Korea's surface. Dempsey explained this in October 2024. The bearing justification for such an enormous warhead is to access North Korea's most hardened targets. With an 8-ton payload, this missile could pierce through layers of steel, concrete, and underground complexes. Could it obliterate North Korea's nuclear arsenal? Most likely, yes. Could it destroy underground command centers, weapon depots, and hidden factories? Absolutely. What about its propulsion? Engineers believe it employs a two-stage solid-fuel engine, approximately 52 feet long, 16 meters, and 5.2 feet, 1.6 meters, in diameter. The missile rides atop a sleek transport vehicle produced by the local giant, Kia Motors. Its speed? Near Mach 10, over 7,000 miles per hour during descent. Imagine the thunderous roar as it slices through the sky, a streak of fire and fury, capable of reaching targets thousands of miles away in minutes. And the range? With its 8-ton warhead, the Hunmu 5 can traverse over 2,200 miles, 3,500 kilometers, crushing any hope of underground safety for North Korea. An alternative, lighter warhead could stretch its reach beyond 3,400 miles, over 5,500 kilometers, covering vast swaths of the region. South Korean officials call it a monster missile, and it's not hard to see why. It's arguably one of the most powerful bunker busters ever devised, with unmatched firepower. The missile's speed, size, and precision make it a weapon of unmatched capability. The purpose? To deter North Korea's provocative leader and his secret arsenal. It's a warning that no underground facility, no hidden nuclear stockpile, is safe anymore. This isn't just theory anymore. In October 2025, the government confirmed the Hunmu 5 was rolling off assembly lines. Full deployment is imminent. The message from Seoul is clear: without nuclear arms, this is the strongest deterrent they possess. They're building a shield, a weapon so formidable that it could threaten the very survival of North Korea's secret nuclear empire. The world watches with bated breath. As these missiles become more numerous, the balance of power shifts. North Korea's leadership faces a terrifying dilemma. Will they risk the retaliation? Or will they finally reconsider their nuclear ambitions? The tension skyrockets, one push, one move, and the entire region could plunge into chaos. The silent threat of the Hunmu 5 hangs over the horizon. It's a gamble, an invisible hand poised to strike. With every launch, the world edges closer to an unpredictable tipping point. How far are we from the day when this monster missile unleashes its fury? And what will be left in its wake? In October 2024, experts announced the development of a missile that could change everything. This weapon, with its staggering size and power, could threaten North Korea like never before. Imagine a missile capable of smashing underground bunkers buried hundreds of feet deep. How could such a monster exist in a country that's bound by strict treaties? Could this be the turning point in peak regional tensions? The new missile, known as the Hunmu 5, is a behemoth in the world of missile technology. It's roughly 52 feet long, with a diameter of over 5 feet. Imagine a missile so massive it takes a powerful transporter to move it, produced by South Korea's own Kia Motors. This fearsome weapon boasts a warhead so heavy, 8 tons, that it can obliterate even the most fortified underground structures over 300 feet beneath the earth. Its range is mind-blowing, reaching past 2,200 miles with its heaviest payload. And if equipped with a lighter warhead, it can strike over 3,500 miles away, covering vast swaths of territory in a single blink. How could a missile of this scale be possible without the world noticing? What secrets are hidden behind this technological marvel? Analysts suspect the Hunmu 5's payload isn't just explosive. Some believe it carries a dense metal penetrator or tandem charges designed to pierce the toughest defenses. Official data suggests it uses a two-stage, solid-fuel engine, approximately 16 meters long, capable of pushing its speed near Mach 10, more than 7,000 miles per hour in its descent. Can such velocity allow it to strike with pinpoint precision? Its acceleration alone is enough to turn any battlefield into chaos. This isn't just another missile, this is a game-changer, a true terror weapon designed solely to break North Korea's underground fortresses. What makes the Hunmu-5 even more terrifying? Its mobility. Mounted on a 9-axle K901 transporter erector launcher, built by South Korea itself, it can be moved into position swiftly, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Imagine the rumble of the engine, the scent of overheated metal, as it stands ready to unleash destruction. When fully deployed, it's projected to have a range of over 3,500 kilometers, meaning South Korea could reach any target deep inside North Korea with terrifying speed. How does it compare to traditional deterrence? How has it altered the balance of power on the peninsula? South Korea calls this missile a monster, and it's no exaggeration. It's one of the largest bunker busters ever created, capable of crushing underground facilities that hold North Korea's most dangerous secrets. Should conflict erupt, this missile could annihilate entire underground bases, including North Korea's nuclear arsenal, some 50 weapons strong, without mercy. Can Kim Jong-un's regime hide from such a monster? Or has South Korea finally created a weapon that guarantees peace through fear? The question now looms, will this be the ultimate deterrent, or will it ignite a new wave of conflict? As the world watches, the answer hangs in the balance, waiting to be revealed in a tense, uncertain future. In the shadow of North Korea's unpredictable regime, South Korea faces a constant threat of surprise attack. The fear is real, one false move could ignite disaster. But what if South Korea had a secret weapon so powerful, so devastating, that it could change everything? A missile capable of leveling underground bunkers miles beneath the surface, and striking with almost unimaginable speed. Imagine the rumble of engines as a massive missile transporter rolls into position. The air thickens with tension as a sleek, monstrous missile emerges. This is no ordinary weapon. It's the Hunmu-5, South Korea's newest, most terrifying creation. Weighing over 36 tons, this behemoth rivals the world's top intercontinental ballistic missiles. And its warhead? A staggering 8 tons of destructive power. Designed to breach even the toughest underground fortresses, it can obliterate targets buried over 300 feet below the surface. But why such immense firepower? Experts believe the Hunmu-5 isn't just about striking surface targets. Its enormous warhead hints at a mission to disable North Korea's hidden nuclear arsenals, underground command centers, and bunkers. With a range that surpasses 2,200 miles, this missile could threaten entire regions in moments. Imagine the deafening roar as it speeds through the sky, nearly Mach 10, faster than sound itself, capable of reaching its target in minutes. And yet, the true shock lies not just in its size or speed, but in what this missile represents. South Korea is walking a tightrope, balancing on the edge of military restraint and ultimate deterrence. Due to strict international treaties, the nation cannot openly develop nuclear weapons. So instead, it has perfected a weapon that mimics nuclear destructive power, without crossing the line. A massive bunker buster that says, "We are prepared." In October 2025, officials announced that mass production of the Hunmu-5 had begun. Plans to deploy these missiles across key military positions are already underway. The goal? To establish an ironclad balance of terror that deters any attack. With such firepower at their fingertips, South Korea's government sends a clear message to Kim Jong-un and his regime: threaten us, and we will respond with overwhelming force. But the question remains, is this enough? Can an advanced missile truly keep the peace, or does it increase the risk of devastating conflict? As the world watches, one thing is certain, the game of power on the Korean peninsula has just changed forever. And the stakes couldn't be higher. In the shadowy world of North Korean missile development, a new giant has emerged. Unveiled in a grand military parade, it's been declared the most powerful strategic weapon in North Korea's arsenal. Yet, the true details remain hidden behind a curtain of secrecy. What lies beneath this mysterious weapon? Could it truly rival the world's deadliest superweapons? Experts speculate that this missile carries an even heavier payload and can travel further than anything before. Rumors swirl that Russia may have secretly aided its design, trading military support for North Korea's resources in the Ukraine conflict era. North Korean authorities also boast of cutting-edge hypersonic systems. These weapons can fly at 5 times the speed of sound or more, evasively maneuvering mid-air with remarkable agility. This makes interception nearly impossible. Pyongyang's growing arsenal signals an alarming escalation. They appear to be amassing a collection capable of overwhelming even the most advanced defenses. As their threat expands, South Korea faces urgent pressure to upgrade its own military might. This push for strength is part of a broader plan to counterbalance Pyongyang's rapid militarization. In recent years, international cooperation has stepped up. The United States agreed to loosen missile restrictions in 2021, enabling Seoul to develop more powerful weapons. In 2024, US and South Korean officials met to reaffirm their alliance. They openly declared their commitment to protect South Korea using the full range of US military capabilities, including nuclear forces. They stressed that any nuclear attack from North Korea would be met with a swift, overwhelming response. The stakes have never been higher, and the world watches with bated breath. Could South Korea's newest missile truly stand as a shield? Or is Pyongyang's secret weapon about to change the balance of power forever? The truth remains hidden, but the clock ticks toward an uncertain future filled with danger and dramatic surprises. In the shadowed corners of the Korean peninsula, turmoil brews incessantly. The threat of nuclear war lurks like a thundercloud overhead, fueled by North Korea's unpredictable regime. The world watches with bated breath, any misstep could ignite chaos. Yet, South Korea is not standing still. They've unveiled a secret weapon, a behemoth missile designed to shift the balance of power itself. This missile, called Hunmu-5, is unlike anything seen before. It's a giant among ballistic missiles, weighing a colossal 36 tons, matching the mighty American Minuteman III. And that's just the start. Experts whisper about its terrifying warhead, an 8-ton payload capable of obliterating underground bunkers buried more than 300 feet beneath the Earth's surface. How can such a giant missile fight without crossing terrifying nuclear lines? Yet, its firepower surpasses most conventional weapons on the planet. The Hunmu-5 is built for one purpose: decimation. Its design hints at an unstoppable force capable of piercing through the toughest defenses. A 2-stage solid-fuel engine propels it at speeds nearing Mach 10, over 7,000 miles per hour, the kind of velocity that leaves nothing but destruction in its wake. It can strike targets thousands of miles away, with precision and deadly force. Governments say it's South Korea's ultimate deterrent, a monster to keep North Korea in check. But is it enough? Or could this be the beginning of an even more dangerous arms race? The missile can reach as far as 3,500 kilometers, about 2,200 miles, with an 8-ton warhead, capable of smashing underground facilities to bits. Official sources reveal an astonishing truth: this missile can destroy underground structures more than 300 feet below the surface. Its range? An eye-watering 2,200 miles, enough to reach Pyongyang from Seoul with ease. It's a game-changer. South Korea's officials label it a monster missile, and rightly so. No missile of its size and power has ever before been developed by a non-nuclear country. This beast is designed to threaten North Korea's secret arsenal, to topple their fortified underground armies, and to serve as the ultimate shield for South Korea's people. But the implications go far beyond mere defense. This weapon is a stark warning, a sign that the balance on the peninsula is shifting. North Korea's nuclear capabilities have long been a source of nightmare scenarios. Now, South Korea counters with a missile that can wipe out massive underground bunkers in minutes. What if tensions escalate? Could this monster missile ignite a full-scale conflict? A fiery, explosive showdown that few would dare to imagine? The Hunmu-5 isn't just a development, it's a statement. It's a declaration that South Korea will not be pushed aside. It's a warning to Kim Jong-un's regime: if you threaten us, we will respond. Its arrival marks a new era, one where conventional forces can deliver nuclear-sized damage without crossing the nuclear line. Warheads this size were once only the domain of nuclear missiles. Now, they are part of South Korea's arsenal, non-nuclear, yet devastatingly effective. The world watches in awe and fear. What's next? As this mighty missile begins mass production. Questions swirl. How much longer can peace last? Can the peninsula survive this arms race? Or are we approaching a point of no return? This is a story of power, strategy, and unstoppable force, one that could redefine the future of global security. The first line of defense is about preventing North Korea from launching. With advanced satellite systems and surveillance drones, South Korea has pinpointed and targeted enemy missile sites and command centers deep underground. Thanks to Seoul's engineers, those weapons are no longer untouchable. Pyongyang's grip on underground bases has loosened, yet the threat still looms large. The tide has shifted. Now, imagine Hyunmoo-5 missiles, ready to fire within minutes. They could rain destruction not just on surface facilities, but strike fearsome blows against more than 7,000 hidden underground bases. These bases house North Korea's nuclear arsenal and military command posts. With such power, Seoul could preemptively obliterate Pyongyang's stockpiles, leaving the regime powerless before a single warhead launches. Think about the intensity, an unstoppable barrage of fire, ripping through beneath the surface, silencing threats before they can manifest. Can North Korea really hide from such a force? But what if Pyongyang surprises Seoul with an attack? If North Korea launches a large-scale assault or deploys nuclear weapons, South Korea's second strategic layer kicks in, the retaliatory force. It's called KMPR, a doctrine of swift, monumental retaliation designed to crush threats and dismantle the regime at once. In this worst-case scenario, Seoul's response is immediate. Precision strikes target Pyongyang's leadership, military hubs, and critical infrastructure. Nuclear or conventional, nothing will stop Seoul from fighting back. And here's where Hyunmoo-5 truly shines. Its unmatched speed, pinpoint accuracy, and incredible range make it the ideal weapon to strike first or retaliate instantly. It could eliminate Kim Jong-un himself, alongside his inner circle, ending the threat decisively. The destruction would be swift and total, truthfully, a nightmare for North Korea's regime. But Seoul isn't stopping there. Defense officials have hinted at weapon upgrades, longer ranges, larger warheads, deadlier capabilities. Even now, the Hyunmoo-5 remains a game-changer, an unstoppable monster missile designed to instill fear and guarantee survival. Yet, behind this powerful arsenal lurks a terrifying question: does North Korea have hidden nuclear weapons? The battle for dominance is far from over. North Korea may hide its nuclear weapons deep underground, but thanks to South Korea's advanced engineers, those secrets are no longer secure. Pyongyang's advantage has vanished. The battle for dominance has tilted in Seoul's favor. The powerful weapon arsenal now stands ready, signaling a new era of strategic strength across the Korean peninsula. Curious how this shift could impact an inevitable conflict? Our detailed analysis explores the potential strategies, strengths, and vulnerabilities of both nations. Could Seoul's new missile be the game-changer that sets the stage for a decisive victory? Or does North Korea still hold secret weapons capable of surprise? The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: South Korea is stepping up, and the stakes have never been higher. For a deeper dive, watch our comprehensive review of possible military scenarios between these two rivals. Uncover how North Korea's claims of power might be exaggerated, especially after their top nuclear submarine has shown little movement in months, raising doubts about its operational readiness. Stay ahead of the news, subscribe and activate notifications. Be the first to learn about current conflicts, regional tensions, and major developments across volatile regions worldwide. The Korean Peninsula is on the brink. Are you prepared for what comes next?